because this is a drift car and we got the ha-ha, you know? What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna do a box opening. I got this from Condor Speed Shop about I think 2-3 weeks ago. This little box contains about $500 worth of parts, so you can take a guess about what's in it before I open it. I've been using Condor Speed Shop for quite some time. Pretty good quality and really decent price. Good stuff. Let's open it. So it's only, I'm gonna cover my address, but it's actually only 3 items, as you can see here. Alright, so first of all, we got extended front brake lines because this is a drift car and we got the ha-ha, you know? So this is definitely necessary. Then we got this very, very fancy steering, what's the proper name of it? Hold on. It's called steering shaft conversion kit. So pretty much, I'll show you later on. For the stock steering shaft, it has like a rubber joint piece that it has the, has a little give when you, it's like a bushing, rubber bushing. But this one, just full on metal and 2 U-joints. So no binding, no, squishy steering wheel feeling. Had this before, but I lost it. Like, I literally bought these before for an E36 that I had, and then I remember I took it off before I junked the E36, and then I just couldn't find it anymore, so I had to buy another one. It's really, really solid stuff. It's like a solid piece of, it's like CNC steel or something. Not, is it aluminum? Don't know, don't care. Good stuff. Anyways, obviously we got some stickers, we got some, this, and torque values. Oh, now they have this to come with it. It's a torque spec chart. Definitely gonna keep that. And it also has the engine mount installation procedure. Very neat. Like, they're getting better, even better after years. Like, they're good to begin with. Now they're just like awesome. See, I always like companies that actually try to improve themselves instead of just selling shit just simply for money, And here at the motor mount, whatever that was. Here are the motor mounts. It has the metal, what is it? Like a washer on top. And for the E36, this is, what's the word? It's pretty much solid. It's the Delrin. Yeah, that's the word. So the material is Delrin, and yeah, pretty much solid mount. Also the trans mount. Yeah. Alright, box opening is done, and let's put these on. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm pointing with the hammer. This would be the stock steering shaft, and this is the rubber piece that I was telling you about. This piece of metal is going to be right here, and the 2 U-joints will be up here and down here. There are 2 tools that you need for this job. Maybe 3 if you need a hammer. This 13mm ratcheting wrench. Focus. If you may focus. There it is. 13mm ratcheting wrench and a 4mm. There you go. A 4mm Allen key Allen wrench for this little thing out here. Anyway, let's get it done. I lied. Ah, whoops. I lied. You might need two of these because sometimes the other side of the bolt is also kind of tight, so you need two of these to hold it. Yeah, get the other one. Yep, you definitely need a hammer because most of the time it'll get stuck. And if you can, get yourself one of these. It's a chisel, cold chisel. That's what it's called. There you go. So when you're installing it, you want to make sure that each hole is easy to access. So see, this hole will be to the left side, this hole will be to the right side, and this will be up face to the top. That way I don't have to worry about going from underneath. And same as the one on top. Put the rod in. Yep, there you go. After you put the rod in, you'll see this hole is in front of you, this hole to the left, this hole is to the right, so you can easily have access to all the holes. Next is just to make sure we're putting the stud into the groove and tighten it up. Solid. Alright, so this is the motor mount. It's already kind of dirty because my gloves are dirty. But anyway, you just need a 17mm deep socket because you have to go through the hole through the lower control arm. I might be able to show you later on. And look at this side, it has a pin and it's off-center. There are two ways possible for this to be mounted. I don't know what's the outside holes for on each side, but I know for sure that I need to use the inside ones on each side. And that'll be like this. And now I just got to tighten it from the bottom. Okay, so this is how you mount the motor mount. Using the one on the outside. I mean the inside, my bad. The hole on the inside, and then the pin will just slide into the one that is supposed to drop in. And as you can see on the lower control arm, you see 1, 2, 3, there's a big hole. This is where you you put the nut from underneath, and you use a long socket or a short one with the extension to go through the hole and tighten it up. Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure to check the either Google it or check the. You know what? I'm gonna just check it right now and tell you the torque spec. Okay, so according to the engine mount installation procedure, you're actually supposed to attach the motor mount, the engine mount to the engine before you put it in. Huh? But for the 1J, I have a pretty much like a flat mount. I can just drop it in like that, I think. But if I can't, just follow the instruction. Slowly lower the engine onto the subframe, making sure the lower engine mount studs are locating pin line up with holes. Tighten bottom nuts first, torque to 8 to 10 foot-pounds, tighten upper nuts, and the torque spec for the upper nut is unknown. So yeah, pretty sure this is all you need to do. So I guess I'm not going to tighten it right now because I feel like if I have to follow this one, I might have to remove it when I'm dropping in the engine. So yeah. Here's another cart, and it says engine mounts 8 to 10 foot-pounds, transmission mounts 8 to 10 foot-pounds, HM power steering delete, ultra high something MW power steering delete 15 foot-pounds, aluminum power steering delete 30 foot-pounds, Wheel studs and nut kit studs 25 foot-pounds or hand tightened to the hub with medium strength thread locker and nuts 80 foot-pounds. Now let's do the other side. Voila! Now it's all done. As for the transmission mount, I'm not going to do it today because I just throw it on when I put the transmission in. Now let's do the brake lines. Okay, so for this job, I recommend you guys to use a 11mm like brake line wrench. So it's not an open end, it has a little closing end, so you have to put it onto the line and then put it onto the nut. But unfortunately, I only have 10mm and 12mm for that. Don't have 11mm, so just gotta use what I have right now to make it work. But if you don't have the proper tool, you just gotta be careful not to, you know, strip the nut. If you accidentally did, yeah, that ain't good. Alright. Oh, it's already empty. Interesting. Alright, so I don't know where I left off earlier because the battery died and I forgot to check. I would just show it again. The comparison between the new brake line and the stock brake line. For the new brake line, it's actually a lot longer than the stock one. It's yeah, it's like this much longer. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a lot. Anyway, now I'm gonna figure out a way to put the brake line onto the coiler. I don't know how tight I should tighten it. Oh, I think there it is. Yep. Ooh, perfect, snug. So I actually put a little bit of the WD-40 over here. That way the line can, you know, settle itself at the most comfortable position. But overall, it's all done. As you can see, I need a front sway bar. That'll be the next, one of the next few steps. Now I'm gonna throw the wheel back on and move on to the next side.